In this tutorial, I will be covering the basics of the selection tools and masking in Photoshop 2023. First, let's create a colored background for our subject. Go to Layers, click on the Create Fill button, choose Solid Color, and select the color of your choice. Now move the black fill layer below the dog layer. There are several ways we can create a selection of the dog. We could use the three different lasso tools: the standard lasso, polygonal lasso, and magnetic lasso. To use the standard lasso, hold the left mouse button and trace around the object you wish to select. If you would like to add to the selection, hold down Shift and make another selection. If you would like to remove part of the selection, hold down Alt. The polygonal lasso and magnetic lasso would be better tools to use for this image, as they are much easier to control. For the polygonal lasso, you must manually click around the subject, which is similar to the pen tool. The magnetic lasso automatically makes the points for you, yet it might not give you a precise cutout. However, none of these tools would be my first choice. There are three other tools that are better suited for this image: the Object Selection, Quick Selection, and Magic Wand. The Magic Wand chooses similar colored pixels. This isn't necessarily useful to select the dog, but if you wanted to select the background, this would work great. The Quick Selection tool would work well, as it does a solid job finding the edges and saves a lot of manual work. The tool I will use is the Object Selection tool. All you have to do is drag your cursor over your subject and it will create a pink overlay to show you what is being selected. In this situation, my subject and background have a good amount of contrast, so this will work well. Once you have your selection, go below the Layers panel and click on the Mask button. Your subject should now be in the front of your colored background. If the mask has some imperfections, double-click the mask in the Layers panel to bring up the Mask Properties panel. Here, you can quickly alter the edges by smoothing, feathering, contrasting, and shifting them. If those don't do the trick, you can grab one of the tools in the left-hand corner to make more significant changes to the mask. Just a tip: for this image, the dog's fur came out well, yet in some cases, the background may show up in between the dog hair, so it would be smart to utilize the Refine Edge brush. Once altering your selection is complete, select OK. Lastly, I want to make a selective masking adjustment. For example, I want to make the dog's hat blue. Go up to Adjustments and choose Hue and Saturation. Move the sliders until it is the correct shade of blue. Go down to Layers and make sure the mask is selected. Then click Ctrl-I to invert it. Make sure your foreground color is white, and select B on the keyboard to access your brush. Now use the brush over the hat to change the color. If you make a mistake, hit X to switch foreground colors and brush over your error. Hopefully you enjoyed this quick Photoshop tutorial covering the basics of the selection tools and masking.